Howdy cowdies, weekly walkabout time at the Collector again. And yep, we've been busy, heaps more cool stuff, lots of nice silver jewellery, really nice sort of modernist pendants and things and chains and earrings and rings. It's a really sweet little hand-coloured lithograph in a lovely little frame with the inlaid decoration. Nice men's 1970s Tissot C-Star automatic watch, working. Just needs a new glass, I think. Pretty cool little Imco pistol-shaped novelty cigarette lighter, which also works. Gold-plated sterling silver, like a tennis bangle. Some ladies' watches, and there's good sort of Seiko ones in there from the 70s and 1920s ones and stuff. And some more nice ladies' earrings and necklaces. We've got fob watches, men's watches, watch keys, and this funny little 1980s pod sports watch. And we've got some cool cassette tapes. You've got Nirvana. There's 3 Nirvana cassettes there. You've got Nevermind album, Smells Like Teen Spirit single, and their Unplugged Live in New York album as well. And that's a pretty cool bit, the Peter Criss Out of Control. This is a bootleg cassette. It is on, I think, GMI label, which I couldn't find another example of one of them on Discogs. But after doing some digging around, ends up being a bootleg cassette. Peter Criss, who was the drummer from Good Old Kiss. All right, that's a rare thing. And I've got some nice furniture and stuff. Again, lovely sort of Victorian style, sort of French bureau, which is really quite nice with the drop down front. You've got all pigeonholes and drawers and cupboards, a little leather inset as well. Really nice cards table with that lovely big sort of single pedestal base. Probably be mahogany veneer, something like that. You can see there is damage where the table folds out on the felt, which is pretty typical. The rest of the felt's pretty good. Really nice sort of arts and crafts 3-tier pedestal or plant stand. Kind of like those big buttons. A sweet little arts and crafts again, little sort of, I think it's a little sort of silky oak or fiddleback. Yeah, little cake stand. And this is nice little cabinet. How cool is the grain on the side of that and on the doors as well? Again, sort of fiddleback. This is a bit funny. The top is separate. All right, but it all fits. All right, this needs to be sort of stuck back down. Another lovely little arts and crafts wall-mountable cabinet shelf. All right, little Victorian 3-tier open shelf. This is nice sort of mid-century armchair. It's nice the way the back comes all the way down. It's in the style of Van Trate. All right, but it's not one of theirs. Their legs. Back leg sort of comes through down here, whereas this comes out the back and behind that bend, but it's just nice. Nice shape and design. Big Yamaha keyboard's pretty good, and that works as well. And this is a nice lot of sort of vintage and retro sort of style. This is great, the big shirt there with the black cat on it and the rocket ship and everything. Got a cool sort of western shirt with the embroidered stars. What else have we got? As new woolen baseball jacket. There's a pretty cool old Target 1980s puffer vest. And some more cool sort of men's 70s shirts as well. And these are good. Antwis is the artist. I think Charles Antwis, who was an architect. These are all designs for hand-painted watercolour designs for a casino. Really like this one with the roulette wheel and everything. Really cool. There's about 4 or 5 of them in the lot. Some skis, including these sort of 1990s ski blades, smaller sized ones. Good big lot of shirts, heaps of cool graphic design sort of stuff. Cook, which I think is from Breaking Bad. There's all sorts of gear in there. Soft toys, Humphrey B. Bear, Mickey Mouse. Little Cupid doll. Other stuff in amongst as well. Big box 3D printer. Some toys and stuff. You've got a tiger. You've got the Trump bobblehead hanging out with the Queen Elizabeth bobblehead. Mr. Peabody from Rocky and Bullwinkle. Some old bottles. The Mobile Turpentine's good. You've got the big soft toy woofer dog. And the Motion light up waterfall picture. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to plug it in. Nice big box of wood and stuff. There's some lovely gear poker work in amongst, which is actually signed and dated. Really nice sort of modernist light stained oak with those nice little Bakelite feet. There's some nice crumb trays and brushes, other things in amongst. Big lot of Army rations. There we go. The focus has just gone. That's a bit better. Australian Army chocolate rations, sweet shortbread, survival biscuits, candy cream fudge. There's just heaps of cool stuff in here. Cheese and tins. You get an ammo crate as well, and a little sort of shooting stick to go with all of the rations and gear. Some more soft toys and dolls and things, including good old Pluck a Duck. It's not a chicken or a cow. And we've got 3 boxes of stuff. There's some nice sort of Winton style and some Victorian aesthetic movement cabinet plates and some nice bits of glass and crystal. All right, and there's heaps of jewellery boxes, display items in those 2 lots. Collection of light shades and oil lamps. This pair of them nice big sort of white glass ones are really nice, about 1920s. 2 nice little open shelves. This one's really nice. It's got a little stamp from Kieran Daly, who was sort of using antique wood and making up new pieces out of it. Plus this other nice little pine one as well. They're just nice things. Some more toys, dinosaurs, bobblehead, Star Wars figures, action figures. Oh, shit, the dinosaur's alive. Little Miss Sunshine, frozen Coke cups, some cool gear in there, bit of Doctor Who stuff, and more packaged kids' toys. So we've got 2 boxes, all packaged die casts, plastic stuff, Cowboys and Indians, Action City, Magic Colour Car. There's heaps of good stuff in those boxes. Another nice little collection of paintings, little still life, signed Mew. I don't think it was Chris Mew who used to play for Hawthorn. Really like this naive, circa 1900, little oil painting of the country property. People out there getting the hay. This sweet little coastal scene, which is signed lower right, but the signature is faded. Just a nice little thing. Once again, about 1920, give or take. What else we got? Some ladies' dressing table stuff, some more nice costume jewellery. They're nice, those little silver 925 snakehead sort of earrings. What else have we got? Some nice frames. This lovely big hue and pine veneer one. This nice little cross one. And some others as well. Good little group lot. These are interesting pair of modern sort of Chinese ink and washers. Some old drums. This big silver one's pretty cool. The old floor tom made in England. It is a little bit damaged though. Nice big Edwardian photographs. Nice collection of furniture with the Dexter rocker. This nice carved Edwardian chair and the nice big standard lamp. Lovely big original Pears print and the nice big frame. It's a ripping sort of period frame. We've got Bugs Bunny hanging out with the big soft toy woofer dog made by Emil Toys in Australia. What else have we got? Boxes of stuff, some things, and more toys in packages and boxes. You've got Wile E. Coyote hanging out with Fat Cat. And some Cabbage Patch Kids and koalas and this fantastic little AM radio poodle from the 1960s. But he's ace, Wile E. Coyote. And then we've got some audio gear, good big lot of footy records. There's heaps of the smaller ones in there, footy magazines, and some pretty good quality Callaway golf clubs. You've got a big 3-wood there and like a half set of clubs. Cased flute with some footy cards. What else have we got? Some sort of industrial paper filing, nice collection of old books, heaps of the old E.S. Ellis, River and Forest, Wolf Ear the Indian, Bear Cavern, some remote control car sort of chassis with all the running gear. We've got a lovely little Victorian beaded footstool with a nice Japanese bronze vase that has been converted to a lamp, but I did see there was a bit of damage on the base, but it's quite a nice bit. And this lovely lamp as well. Really heavily carved, really fine the carving is on it. Really fine detail, there's a stippling and stuff. All right, with the dragons. It's just a really nice thing. Another nice little collection of brassware, including that nice sort of Corinthian column or whatever it actually is. He's pretty cool as well. The 80s lamp, looks to be Italian. And we've got a ripping old Cyclops pedal car with the tip tray on the back of it. Just really cool. The old red tractor seat, kind of nice on that ornate base. We've got some games consoles, old typewriter, another games console. I don't know which. I think one's an Xbox 360 and another's an Xbox something or other else. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Nice big woven sort of soft velvet plush wall hang. It might even be silk actually. It's really quite nice. We've got some good paintings this week as well. Nice big Norny Good portrait of a girl. This lovely landscape oil, just signed Stevenson. I couldn't figure out which Stevenson it is. And I don't feel that bad because in the Australian Art Sales Digest, they've got just this artist listed as Stevenson. So I didn't feel as bad if they can't figure it out either. But it's just really nice. River landscape, just needs a clean actually. Clean and a tidy up. This is a lovely British watercolour. It's really quite fine. Again, you got the little girl there picking mushrooms. She's got her basket. And then if you look over to the right-hand side here, there's a bull keeping his eye on her. It's just a little bit interesting just having that bloke hanging out on the right-hand side there. But she looks like she's sort of picking mushrooms in a park or something like that. It's just a lovely thing. This is a really sweet little watercolour as well in a lovely period frame. And it's just titled Sassafras, dated 1927, I think. And then it's signed with initials on the right-hand side there. It's just a really sweet little thing, but I'm not sure who the artist is. This is another lovely little oil painting, and I like an oil painting under glass, little coastal scene. It's not signed, but I reckon that'll be by someone like Thomas Swainson Croxford. It's exactly the type of thing he paints. And I've forgotten this lady's name, I.F. Knox. It's really nice. It's Oakley Brickworks, 1927. But she is a listed artist. I've just forgotten her name off the top of my head. It's just a sweet thing. And this is a good bit. This Abel Pan, it's a lithograph, I think, from a series, I think, on Moses or something along those lines. There's a religious aspect about it. Just a good thing. And this is a lovely bit. The Harold Payne big still life watercolour of camellias. So he's a good painter. He's a Bell School artist. All right, and that's what he paints. Just absolutely nails all of his flower studies. And that's a ripper. And a nice Aboriginal oil painting of the rainbow serpent. There's no details on the back of it to tell us who painted it. And this is quite a nice big one as well by Shielbeak. Something like that. I think it's Thomas, Shielbeak. They have a couple of girls under the shade by the side of the river, 1980. Just a nice big thing. I reckon if you put it in a different frame without this bloody linen slip, it'd be a different picture. Handstand pottery canister set, some nice little boxes. This little one up the top here is nice with the little key. It's all lockable. Nice little collection of art glass. Got some New South Wales Railway luggage rack brackets. Really like the 50s, 60s convex mirror. Lou Reed, like newspaper headline poster framed up. Cool little retro radio with a painted fan and a little Kodak, funny little Kodak camera. And this is a cool lot. The big Star Wars Millennium Falcon. It's pretty much complete. It's rare to see it with the little radar and the gun. The only thing it's missing is another little panel there, which should have that little chess table on it. And you can see that someone's used string to get the ramp working. All right, but that's a pretty cool bit. And that's being sold with the Scout Walker, which is missing a gun off the top. And the legs are a little bit dicky. You can see they're a bit bent inwards. So the walking mechanism still makes it walk, but it's hard to put it in the standing position. And this is a cracker, the big Imperial shuttle. Again, it's all complete. Everything is there. All right. You can see there's a little bit of red sort of crayon or something. Actually, it's coming off with my finger. Been stuck on it. Some kids bloody had a bit of fun with some bloody pastels or something. And that sticker, I don't think that sticker should be there. But anyway, it's all complete. It's got all the guns and everything on it. He's a ripper. Nice big sort of carved and coloured panels. I think of sort of Indonesian sort of longhouses or something like that. You've got the Race Around Australia game board with this nice mounted albumin photograph of one of Chevalier's paintings. I think Buffalo Rangers. But yeah, as you can see, it is as found. Up the top there. Lovely big Majolica pedestal. There's a bit of damage around the base. All right, you can see there, bit of damage, but it's a lovely bit. Probably Austrian. All right, we've got 2 nice certificates, including the Returned Sailors, Soldiers, Imperial League of Australia, Carnegie District Branch. So these are rippers, these, the Lamont puppets. You've got the housewife. You've got the baker. And the butcher. But they look to be needing a bit of mucking around with. I think they need to be restrung, but they're all in pretty damn good condition. I just reckon they're great. And these are all made in Melbourne, Lamont puppets. The big remote control, what is it? Robotic attack creature, the insect. Pretty cool big thing. Old St John's ambulance tourniquet with heaps of test tubes and a nice little sort of ear, sort of doctor's ear thing or whatever it actually is, with some spare little pieces in there. You've got 3 boxed Elvis rockers. The boxes are a little bit as found, as you can see, but they're good things. These are bloody nice bits. It's a shame they're damaged. Lovely bit of Dalton Flambe, all signed by Noak and Sung. And then the FM is another artist mark. And then this is a bit, there is, you can see there is damage across the back of it here. And this is a bloody nice bit of Wilkinson Oriflame. How cool's the glaze on this thing? Absolutely fantastic. But once again, damage around the top, unfortunately. Once again, all details on the bottom there, and it's got, I think, a little artist monogram as well. But just beautiful glazes, pretty amazing bits. All right, what else have we got? Nice chromolithograph, nice old duplicator. This is cool, the famous original and only Lynch family bell ringers glassophonists. Really cool, specially assisted by their world-renowned specialty organisation. Just really cool. It's all printed in Melbourne, I think. Yeah, printers, Niven and lithographers, Flinders Street, Melbourne. It's just a really cool thing. Popular prices. I don't know about that. But anyway, some more nice little pictures. Nice collection of glass. Bratby English art pottery, all hand decorated. The handled flask is in good nick. There's a bit of damage on the little tobacco jar and a bit of damage you can see on the top of the big vase. A little collection of sort of decanters and the nice little boxed Britons, little Royal Guards and stuff. This is a nice little lot, the English sort of dressing table set with these lovely little pair of glass and silver candlesticks that are all signed David Barak, 925 and then 10G. So he's used 10 grams of silver on the top and on the bottom of each of them. They're just really nice with those lovely little red sort of, probably little carnelian stone or something like that. They're lovely. Some art glass, some more good cassette tape albums, ABBA, U2 and Janis Joplin. Little collection of Wedgwood. And this is a nice little group of Oz pottery, a couple of Charles Wilton jugs and then some other pieces as well. This has got a little house on stilts. It might be Jeff Crispin, but probably wrong. Waterford marquee, decanter. A nice little lot of crested souvenir wear, but all of unusual. They've got the Great War Memorial, the pump house, old sulphur well pump house. Smell from the old sofa well. Big bollard and a little bass drum. Nice collection of pottery. These pair of candlesticks is the same potter as that little vase, but we just haven't figured out who they are, but that's okay. Israeli stuff, silha, and kind of like the big sort of jug with the sort of harlequin colours. Nice collection of amber glass. You've got the little drink set, Art Deco, and a nice pair of little carnival candlesticks. What else have we got? Victorian ceramics. Nice mixed collection of glass. Empoli and that nice little blue one. An old Acme kettle with some bits of enamelware. Little collection of Oriental, the jewellery cabinet with a couple of nice little teapots. Some more nice glass. Nice collection of Australian cassettes with stickers over the name. So we've got Kylie Minogue, Gondwana, the Easy Beats. Good little group. And then there's some other nice little bits in here. Opera glasses, some old bits of carved non-composite. Little elephants. There's heaps of pens and a bit of jewellery and stuff in there as well. Some more good cassettes, albums and singles, all Madonna. Little lot of Oz pottery. Nice little Japanese imari. Little shallow bowl. Another good lot of cassettes, all rock and roll. Metallica, Faith No More, Motorhead, and a bit of Smashing Pumpkins. Another nice collection of glass, kind of like that iridescent perfume bottle and the nice little Murano flower. All English cassettes, Sex Pistols, Stones, Bowie, Beatles, Led Zepp, The Clash, London Calling, Morrissey, Pink Floyd albums, and another Nick Cave, The Angels, and Akadaka Dirty Deeds. And then you got another nice little lot here, Celibate Rifles, Spy vs. Spy, and Damien Lovelock. What else have we got? A couple of nice old engravings. That's that one. Barossa Rangers and National Bank of Australia in Melbourne. Here's a nice little Art Deco clock, but it's got a modern battery movement in the back of it. Nice collection of Bosun's plaques. Most of them have got a few chips and stuff of them, but it's unusual to see a full sort of length character. Really nice collection of retro ceramics. There's some great gear in amongst. Really like this little English Elizabethan little part set. Sort of paisley look about it. Chinese Famille Rose cabinet plate. We've got another nice collection of Oz pottery. A couple of nice little bits. The Arabia hand-painted little dish there is really sweet. And another nice bit of Rosenthal by Bjorn Windblad. Unusual art glass vase. Little collection of Royal Albert. Really like these three modernist sort of brushed aluminium candlesticks. A couple of nice bits of Imari coloured Victorian. This has got a fair bit of damage, and this lovely little lidded pot has got the old staple repairs on the spout. What else have we got? Another colourful stripy bit of glass. Everyone really likes this set of 1930s Japanese kitchen canisters. Once again, all in great condition. Couldn't see anything wrong with any of them. Another great little retro 1970s bright green scales. Another nice little lot of glass. Miles Johnson. Gail thought this was probably Eileen Gordon. I reckon she's pretty much spot on. The other little bit looks a bit like Michael Hook or someone like that, but those two, well, none of them are signed, but we know that this is Miles Johnson. All right, what else have we got down the bottom here? Pretty amazing sword from the Boer War. It's lovely with all its original sheath, and there's details on some nice ornate details on the blade. A couple of lovely Chinese sort of teapot, little tea sets in their woven cane baskets. Really nice old ballot box. For and against. All right. Little collection Melbourne fine art prints there. They're just prints of exhibitions of sort of risque, sort of naughty, erotic art. And this is a nice little 1930s print. These are pretty cool. The 1788, The Death of Captain Cook. There's pretty cool old engravings. There you go, engraved for Banks. New System of Geography, published by Royal Authority. They've got all the details down the bottom as well. King Owahi bringing presents to Captain Cook, and the one down the bottom is the death of Captain Cook as well. All right, they're just really nice things. All details on the bottom, 1788 originals. A couple of nice bits of pottery. Nice candlesticks. Really like the hand-painted Mammy paper towel dispenser. She is just great. Nice pair of Scandinavian art glass vases. There's Gail's head in the background. As she ran there. Nice big Alessi modernist tray. Some sort of interesting Chinese archaic, I guess, ceramics. Lovely big bit of Arnaud Barreau. Really like that. See the quality in that. Just a nice big lump. Some more nice glass. Got a lovely little gilded bronze figure of Puck sitting up on his little high horse. And these are nice, the little White Horse whiskey. It's branded on the box. All right, and then there's three little enamel tumblers to go inside the fitted box. Another lovely bit of glass with the leopard print. This is a nice big heavy lump of glass with those lovely coloured twists through it. And then we've got some more nice stuff in the end cabinet. Lovely little bronze nude on a little leaf. Set of 4 retro willow Australian canisters. Thought these were German, but Gail's like, nah, they're Italian. They're really nice, eh? And then we've got the nice Japanese vase. Really quite nice with the hand-painted cranes. Lovely pair of the art glass sort of teardrop ornaments with the gold inclusions. You've got this nice little remued vase as well, but it's a bit unusual with these even evenly spaced dints around the bottom, which is pretty different. And then a lovely big French Sèvres vase, although I could never pronounce that right. Sèvres, I don't bloody know. I didn't do French at school. But it's just a beautiful bit, all hand-painted, the gilt decoration around the top, around the bottom. It is marked to the base. It's just a lovely lump. Anyway, guys, that'll do. Hopefully you saw something you liked. Be good. See you tomorrow night.